Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How's everyone doing today? Hope you guys have had a fantastic day yesterday. Market is all over the place today, which is great for us because, basically this gives us a lot of opportunities. So it's going to be very interesting to trade today here. We had a huge rip, huge open, uh, or before the open, huge rip, even though we've been dying throughout the rest of the day. So that's going to be pretty damn interesting. Good morning, Ken. How's it going, my man? How's everything going with you? The market, of course, is coming down here, relaxing a bit. So, an update on the futures account. If you guys didn't know, I gave you an update yesterday, but uh, we got liquidated because I tried holding some stuff overnight. Apparently, you need specific margin to do that. So, yeah, we got liquidated on that. So we're knocked down back to $550. I did trade. Actually, it was below 550. It was 400 and something. I did trade a little bit in the morning, up $120. Trying to recoup what we lost. I have an order here placed right at the 200 MA, right? So hopefully we get a fill there. Of course, the market cooling off right before the open. So if we can get a fill close or add the 200 MA, that'd be excellent. I'll probably move it up here a little bit. It could be a nice trade here. Let's see what else. All right, so futures, of course, it has support here at 3665, which was a major point for us all morning. We're unable to break through. Uh, Speaking of which, yesterday there was Snap earnings, which were like pretty damn disastrous, actually, pretty damn bad. Really, screwed a lot of people over, us included. We're gonna order fill here. That's nice. We have two micro contracts, so I'm just gonna let it be for a while here. Let it do its thing. Hopefully, we get a rebound back to the highs. We'll see. Now I don't know why the market pumped. I'm not seeing anything. I've been looking at it before the stream, and if anyone knows, feel free to jump in and let me know why. But I'm not really seeing anything specific here. But it does seem to me that basically an overreaction yesterday was happening. Of course, Snap died and it pulled Meta and Google with it, of course. Does it make sense? Not specifically, but it is what it is. So not really seeing anything here. The Fed bullards, that's news from yesterday. Again, I'm not seeing anything specific here. Let's see. Oh, okay. Verizon reported 3 minutes ago. That could be it. So basically, they beat revenue and they beat APS by a nice margin. So that means communication sector is doing well. That's definitely a reason for the market to be pumping. So could be that for sure. Definitely could be a reason. And that's a pretty good sign actually. If that's the case, again, so far earnings season has not been disappointing. It hasn't been the best. I wouldn't say like it's out of the world crazy good, but like it's not as bad as people were expecting, right? People were expecting death and mayhem. We have not been getting that so far, so that's all pretty good here. So far up $30 on this one. Likely I'll be looking to add here. We might be having ourselves a bullish day today given the good earnings and the change in tonality and market sentiment from yesterday night, especially with the Snap miss earnings, right? So if we go here and look, I think Snap was down 25% the last time I looked. Huge damn drop. Anal, good morning, my good friend Angelique. I'm so sorry I missed you in the Discord. Great morning to you. So sorry about that. I just had a super busy morning. But good morning, guys, and thank you for joining me here today. It's definitely going to be an interesting day, that's for sure. So Snap, wow, down almost like 30%. So of course, we took a bit of a hit here. I had calls yesterday. I told you guys I got those. So I had spy calls. Those are not doing so well, obviously. We had a big drop since yesterday. Snap, that's decimated. That's done. Game over. Done. And of course, AMD lost all its, you know, gains from yesterday. It is what it is. Nothing you can do about it. Win some, lose some. right? So we're still doing okay. So I'm just gonna keep going. Plan as usual. As long as we're gaining more than we're losing, that's always good. So my calls are for October 24th. That's Monday. So I'm gonna see how today is doing, and based on that, we'll make the decision to see if we average down, if we cut them, if we add more. But we got time on those, so no biggie. AMD still within our channel. Again, it keeps doing the same thing, keeps trying to get out and gets bounced back. We're starting to see here that we're definitely forming some sort of resistance here, and it's starting to get very obvious here around the 59.93. You can almost say 60, right? But it's almost sort of a second channel here, or an upper channel here, and it's really been struggling to break through this. So this is going to be a very key point here for AMD. We're going to need AMD to definitely break through the 60 level in order for it to properly run. Otherwise, it's going to be stuck in this range here. Again, we have time. It's not the end of the world here. Of course, the sooner the better, but it is what it is. It will do what it will do. So not much you can do about it here, right? So back to our futures here. We seem to be giving back, a big part of the move so far. Again, like I said, I am looking to add more futures to hold throughout the day. Hopefully, we keep holding 200 MA here. But we'll see how it goes. Let's have a quick look at the VIX here. We got 10 minutes till the open, so let's see what VIX is doing, because VIX has been flirting with, it's been flirting with 30, right? Like for the past day or so, right? So it keeps rejecting 30 here. So it goes without saying, guys, that like a break of 30 will be absolutely critical, right? Breaking 30 here. This is, like I said yesterday, I told you, like 30 is a psychological level for a lot of people. So we're gonna want to see a break of the 30 level here for a continued bullish move. Also important to know that despite the market been trending down lately, VIX still has been going down. So this is something to keep in mind. That means we're not getting a lot of flows of SPY puts. People are not really buying a lot of SPY puts, right? So they're not hedging, they're not expecting big moves downwards. So this is kind of bullish on its own. The overall trend for VIX is bearish, which is bullish for the market, right? Even though the market has been bearish as well, but again, we know divergence all too well here, so we know how that goes. Ken is asking, do you think AMD will eventually bounce? That's the idea, right? This is why I have, the long calls here for them for the swing. Yeah, the idea is basically, around the start of the elections, and once hopefully, we get a few good earning reports. AMD is reporting next week as well, so keep that in mind. I think Monday, right? So once we have all that, done and over with, then yeah, I expect like a market run, worst case scenario, a relief that will push everything up. So we'll see how it goes, right? We'll see how it goes. But for the most part, you do get a decent bounce of the midterm elections. So this is what we'll be waiting here for. My guess is that we're not really seeing a proper bounce yet because of the earnings, people waiting. But from what I'm seeing, what the market is doing, we're not really getting, the horrible death vibes that everyone have been talking about. I haven't seen it yet. I'm sure you guys would agree with me. We're not really getting any end of the world, futures back to 3,000 or below sort of thing here. Not saying it won't happen. I'm just saying that's not what we're getting so far. Keep in mind the CPI date is quickly approaching. FOMC meetings will be the 1st of November, right? So let's see here. When is CPI? Does anyone guys know when CPI is? If anyone knows, do let me know. We're just gonna look for it here. Let's see if we can get CPI. I hope they beat ER. So do I, my friend. I doubt it. They had like horrible numbers. This is why they're down so much. But yeah, hopefully it's not as bad as people are thinking. This is what we can hope for, really. Uh, let's see here. Japan, met expectations for CPI. That's always good. Things have been like going pretty bad out there. Yeah, UK, we know about the UK. There you go. All right, so uh okay, so actually it looks like CPI data will be the 10th of November. So that's we don't have to worry about that for now, I guess. And the Fed's decision is on the 2nd of November. We already know that. Okay, so we got time. The next major economic event will be the FMOC meeting, Fed's decision on the 2nd of November. So between now and then, the only thing we have to worry about will be the earnings. That's it, right? So all right. So again, not I don't see a reason to add here or to cut either. Again, really hoping for it to test the high of the day here. This is where I would like to take profits. If it goes below, I'm definitely looking to add here. The opening will be very telling, so we'll see. Uh, says the analyst just need to give it such low targets that it makes it look good. Quite the opposite, my friend. Like, if you've seen Netflix, it got like 4 upgrades before its earnings, and this is why like it's been very strong right before it. No, if the analysts gave it lower targets, you will start seeing funds withdrawing, taking out the money out of AMD, right? You have a lot of pension funds, a lot of fund managers who just hold stuff or sell stuff based on analyst recommendations. So no, that will give you the opposite effect. It's not like it will be undervalued. No, in that case, people will think it's a bad stock and they will sell it. They will no longer hold it. This is definitely the last thing you want. Adding on top of that, no analyst will put out a report saying a stock is bad just to drive the stock down. I know a lot of people talk about it, but at the end of the day, this is the reputation. If the analysts keep missing with their targets, well, I mean, they're not going to be analysts for so long, right? So people will stop following them and all that stuff. So, no, like, this is not what you want. It's the opposite of what you want here. All right, so let's see here. Dollar has been pretty strong for the past few days, right? Now, of course, this big drop here is on the Verizon earnings, right? It's recovering, which is not a good sign because you don't want to see strong dollar right now. Strong dollar is horrible for tech, right? Like we've seen the FX problems with Tesla, right? In the earnings report, we've seen a lot of companies lose. When you see FX, it's basically the foreign exchange rate, right? So some people who have business overseas, they get paid in the local currency, then they have to convert it to the dollar, which does not match, what they originally make here. Basically, they're buying a very expensive dollar, right? So this becomes a problem specifically for tech because you have a lot of tech companies that are getting money from abroad. So this really becomes a problem for them. But yeah, so you really want to see the dollar dying here. So far, not seeing anything crazy. Other than the obvious, of course. VIX again still at the 30 level. I'm really hoping to see VIX go below 30 today. We see VIX go down and hold because this is the fourth time it tried to break through and it really can't hold. Like ideally what you want is something like this, but with with it going down instead of up. So you want to see a breakdown, consolidation under, right? Consolidation under the support and then a breakdown. This is the best case scenario. This is what we really want to find here. So if we do get this today, definitely will be extra bullish. But till then, cautiously optimistic, cautiously bullish. AMD here, trying to go green, might probably test 200 MA right at the open. Tesla, Tesla not doing so well, right? Since the earnings. But again, not really dying here. This is again starting to become major support here, which it tested 3 times so far. So we have the 203.5 level becoming major support. If we see a breakdown of this level, we might get in some puts, but if it does hold, this will be interesting. We can see a bounce, so of course, if the market conditions are appropriate, so that will be interesting. I believe Neo, someone said yesterday that it has earnings soon, so that will definitely be interesting. It could be a big mover right there. Apple, Apple looking pretty damn bullish. And of course, we know, Apple moves, the market moves with it. So Apple is right at 200 MA. right? Looks like it's going for another retest here, so that's always good for us, right? So let's see here. We're up $65 so far. I'm just gonna place a stop loss here. If it hits, it hits, right? And I'm gonna start placing my stop targets here. My take profit target. So we'll probably hit the stop loss, but I'm okay with that. $50. There you go. So yeah, that brings the total futures today $166. So that's some nice scalping in the morning here. Basically, if you're very careful and you study your technical analysis, you can be making $100 to $200 every day just scalping micro futures. And again, like this was $430 in the morning, right, when I started doing this. So with a very small amount of money, you can be making a couple of $100 every day. You can withdraw that, cover your expenses, or even live off it. You can keep, of course, increasing the amount of money. You can just like pull half of the profits every week or every day, however you want to withdraw it. But scalping futures, if you're good with technicals, if you're careful, that can be extremely lucrative, and you don't need a lot of capital, and you don't have to worry about the PTT rule, right? So these are all like some very nice things to keep in mind when it comes to scalping futures. Definitely something I would recommend all you guys check out for sure. So we're almost at $600 here, which is disappointing, just given that a few days ago we were at 1,200, and I didn't really like. It's disappointing when you lose money when you didn't make a mistake. I didn't really do anything here. It's like they should have. And to be again in their defense, they did send me a message in the app, but I wasn't checking my app. They did say you have to, cover margin before 4:45. I didn't see it. It is what it is. But no matter, we'll make the money back. It's not a big deal. Not the first time, won't be the last time. We're doing okay here. We're doing okay with our options. Things are looking bullish. That's good for our calls. So we're gonna see what we can do here today. Market should open in a minute, right? So let's go back to our charts. We see here Apple tried going through the 200 MA and rejected, and this is why we saw a pullback on the SPY. Goes without saying, obviously, but things do look pretty bullish here. Yeah, just as I was saying, Apple really looks like it wants to open about 200 MA. We're seeing a lot of volume on Apple here. There you go, the market opened. So let's jump into our SPY, right? Let's have a look at our SPY chart, watch our levels and stuff here. So we see here quickly that the 50 MA has been kind of the key indicator here once this broke through. So it's been testing it and holding. This is definitely not a bull flag setup, because this would be like a ginormous flag. This is no setup at all, actually. It's not a chart pattern. So for now, we're just waiting, right? So obviously we already have the support here at 364, or let's say 365. So we want to see a breakthrough of this. Now, obviously the PM highs are very high here. And as you can see here to the dot, the trend line we had before. Remember, guys, what did I tell you for the past week? This trend line is very critical. And you can see here to the penny, this is where it stopped. Now, we're getting, of course, a huge rejection here, but I don't think this is a rejection per se. This is probably just people taking profits, at the open. A lot of people were in like bad positions, and when the market opened, greener than they expected, they're probably just taking the money. So we're gonna close our snap call here. It's worth $1 anyway, but I'll take the dollar. I'll take the dollar, no problem. It is what it is. But yeah, of course, like that absolutely got crushed. So that's filled. So that's gone here. We lost a bunch of money on it. It is what it is. Not a bunch of money. It was $100. Again, the expectations here, like I said yesterday, was like, I know this is going to lose money. I'm just playing the very off chance that it runs a lot. Jay Smooth, how's it going, my friend? How's it going, my good man? All right, let's see here. There we go. Like I said, guys, it's not really a sell-off. More people just taking profits, and we've bounced right off the 21 MA, sliced through the 50 MA, and we're back above our support here. So basically, again, I'm looking for opportunities to go long here, and I would say this is a good one. I probably like to get into probably a position here. I want to see a breakthrough of these candles here. This will be you know, a bullish sign for me. And what would be bearish here? I would say bearish would be probably a little under. So the ideal entry in this case would be under all this, because this, as you can see here, is support. But we got filled on the bullish end. So my first take profit target, hopefully we get there, is here. So we're gonna watch, we're gonna see what the market does, right? And it's gonna be a pretty volatile open, that's for sure. We're gonna be getting a lot of swings, a lot of moves here. Looks bullish so far, but we've been through so many opens, and we know better. We know things reverse, right? So we're just gonna keep an eye on everything here. You know, make sure things don't go way too bad for us. So retesting the support, just trying to figure out how's the VIX doing. VIX is finally below 30, guys. That is excellent. Look at this big candle downwards, right? Even though the market dropped initially, right? So we're seeing it stuck here at 229, right? So I would like to see some consolidation under here, or you know, or of course breaking all the weak lows. That would be really good. I don't want to see it jumping right back up. But the VIX so far is doing well. I'm very happy it's below 30. It's definitely a bullish sign. It's up to the VIX now to hold it, or let all, you know, that effort go. So we're gonna see. Smooth saying going good on the phone with tech support for our damn printer at work. Yeah, man. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I've been with tech support all morning for something work related as well. So it is what it is. I was hosting for a website that we're working on. So that's definitely took a huge chunk of our morning. So again, SPY still struggling here, still struggling to hold the support. Has not really picked a decision yet. So we're gonna wait here. Hopefully we see some upward momentum soon. Again, ideally, I would love to see a break above this trend line here and just consolidation above, or just straight up bullish momentum. Uh, let's see here how V is doing, because we kind of suspect that Verizon here is the reason, or was it Visa? Oh, we'll see, right? I think it was Verizon. Interesting. So it just died. Okay, then we don't know why it ran up. I actually have no clue why it ran up. I was assuming it's Verizon, but nope. Looks like it's dying, even though it beat both EPS and revenue. Yeah, 2.66% beat, 2%. They must have had like pretty shitty guidance, you know. That probably was it. But yeah, in that case, I have no clue why we ran up the way we did. That's pretty damn interesting though. So we're gonna see here Netflix still looking strong, above the 200 MA for the 5 minutes. But like we said, guys, we're looking for the 200 MA on Netflix on the 1 day, right? Once I see this break above and consolidating here, right, this will be an entry for me to go a second round here for Netflix for it to finish the gap fill. Other than that, I'm not really interested in it. It will be a little bit you know, worrisome for me to just, you know, because there's a gap here that could be filled as well. So ideally I want to see a break above the 1 day 200 MA, which of course might take a few days. Apple looks like it's making some moves here. Interestingly, Apple is right on the 21 MA on the daily and has been struggling to break through, as we can see here. So first test failure, second test failure, third test failure, and fourth test today. I think after the fourth test, guys, if it fails, we'll probably see it going down. Of course, pulling the whole market down with it. So we're gonna see what goes on here. Again, we're seeing some failure here in Apple as well on the 200 MA. Looks like it might be going down a little bit. Leo says, "Hey, Ass, I just wanted to say I love what you're doing. Keep it up. Wish I could watch more, but I work almost every morning." Thank you so much, Leo, man. It's the thought that counts. I'm very happy you managed to join us even for a little bit. And work is important, dude. You know, work is what makes us be, you know, able to trade here. So focus on work, and you know, I'll be on the Discord so we can you know, chat and catch up on anything you missed, you know, if you were unable to make it here. So don't worry about it. All right. So, okay, looks like future is making a little bit of a comeback here, right? Nothing huge yet, so we're not interested in that for now. VIX, what is VIX doing? Ugh, VIX is starting to turn green. We don't want that. Looks like it's holding here a little bit. So looks like it went up because remember this the body was here, so went up and then went back down. Uh, market is market looks pretty damn volatile today, guys. Market looks super volatile today. I would really love like if VIX breaks these lows, it's just gonna make life easier for everyone. Is just gonna be pretty damn definitive. Look at that here again. VIX went back above 30. Uh, it is very major support like we discussed previously. So it is what it is. You know, can't really complain. Uh, can't do much about it either. So we'll just have to keep monitoring here. Futures really trying to go green here. Does seem like they're really going to trying to go green. The problem is that the more it keeps trying and fails, the more likely that it will just reverse downward hard. So hopefully we get enough momentum today to just push it up and get the move that we're looking for. Our calls here are not doing anything interesting per se. So we'll just keep monitoring the market here. There you go, beating back down hard. This is what I was talking about. Like when you see all this like strong volume coming in and trying to push things and it fails, it's usually a sign of a very strong reversal. Hopefully that will not be the case. VIX definitely going up almost 0.4%. Not really where we want to see VIX at the moment, right? So we'll just keep monitoring things. Now up now half a point, definitely not great. AMD down a lot today, down 3%, almost more than any semi. TSM not doing well either. Tesla surprisingly green because Tesla doesn't care, as always, about anything. Now, if you guys are fans of Tesla, you remember Tesla used to pull the market up. That's no longer the case anymore. Because of all the volatility and all the stuff. Looks like Apple is recovering a little bit here. Yeah, but again, Apple is the same thing. It's really struggling with the 200 MA. It's gonna need to clear the 200 MA and go up. Again, looks like the pre-morning high for a lot of tickers is really the sticking point here, and it does coincide with some resistance from yesterday. Looks like it will be a pivotal key point here. If it does break through, we might be getting some sort of big movement here. Amazon starting to turn green. That's very good as well. Netflix looking pretty strong today. Again, seeing a lot of volume coming in here. That is always very, very good. Netflix, for the most part, has been a very good bet. The past few days, Google recovering. Google at some point yesterday was down like I think 3%. So we're seeing some nice recovery here on Google. Meta, a little bit of recovery as well. Let's see here. GitLab, like I said, guys, GitLabs, you get you get very volatile move. Look at that. Huge up, huge down, huge up, huge down. If you're a scalper or a day trader, I would recommend to keep GitLabs in your watch list. Like you will be getting some very nice swings and scalps on this one, if you're good with technicals. Affirm upstart down quite a bunch. Banks doing okay. All the banks are slightly green. So banks are doing okay. All our retails are doing okay as well. Slightly green. Let's see here. Aerospace, a little bit red. It's kind of all over the place. Uranium stocks, we'll ignore those for now. Crypto not doing so hot either. Not a big drop. Let's have a quick look here at crypto. Huge recovery here for Ethereum, but again, at the end of the day, it is still stuck in the last time I think we looked at the chart here was like a few weeks, right, at the beginning of the challenge. And as you can see here, we're yeah, this is the 20th of September, a month ago, right? So for a month we've been stuck in this channel here, right, regardless of what the market is doing. So definitely not a good look for crypto here. Uh, so this is why I haven't been taking any plays, although it is a scalper's heaven. If you catch the bottom of the channel, play the upwards movement. The problem is that it's very risky now because it can move very sharply in one direction. So keep an eye on that. Snap down 30%, ugly, disgusting. uh Verizon down 5%. All right, so market's still volatile. We don't know if what is going to choose, moon or death. Market's literally all over the place. Definitely, like I said at the beginning of the stream, guys, today is gonna be pretty damn interesting. Now, ideally, of course, we wish we would have had direction and things, were a bit easier, but I'm not really seeing anything, honestly, so far. Everything looks pretty damn volatile. Uh, VIX coming down a little bit here, which is nice, I guess. SPY still stuck between, the 50 MA, 21 MA area and this support here slash resistance. Again, it keeps alternating. We don't really know. Uh, Again, I'm hoping things go bullish. VIX again below 30. This is how volatile things are. Like, this is how volatile things really are. We just keep, we're all over the place here. Another big drop here for VIX. That's nice. So I personally am waiting for this low to break. If I see this low break on VIX, this is where, like, we start taking like some big size, for the upside. And I really hope that's the case. Futures recovering here, almost green. That's nice for our contracts that we have here. Might add some. Nah, we're gonna let it be. But what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna remove my profit taker because I think we do run more. There you go. We're up $50 so far. That's a pretty sizable big move here. Look at it go. Look at it go. Come on. Come on. Yeah. We didn't catch that. We're unable to sell here. I can still sell here now, but yeah, I'm gonna take the risk. Let's go. Up. We're almost up $100. Almost up $100. I'm gonna place a stop here. Protect my profits. Do not want to see this reverse on me. Probably won't. There you go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Run. Oh, stop failed. All right, so we made probably like $120, $130 on that one. Up to $171 so far in the futures account. So yes. Uh, but yeah, it looks like the market chose moon. So good for us. Look at that. Oh my God, look at these beautiful, beautiful giant candles. We should start to see some life bounce back in our account again, our options account here. So we're up on the daily on the in our SPY calls here, but still down $170 overall. And AMD kind of recovering. So, but no, this definitely does look bullish. Look at this, everything starting to turn green. I think VIX finally died. Yep, there you go. What did I tell you guys? We break this low. What did I say, right? Didn't I say this? We break this low here and things are gonna start to go ballistic. And this is what we're seeing here. And you love to see this. This is pretty damn awesome, honestly. Uh all right, so let's see if we can catch part of this move here as well. Might go back on a pullback here. Yeah, let's buy here on a pullback. Damn, missed it. Fine, order rejected, order rejected. Problem is I don't like it. There you go. Okay, so we're gonna get this closer here. We're gonna wait for this. This is gonna be a scalp, guys. I don't recommend you do anything more than a scalp for this one here because we're up too much now. Jay trying Tesla calls here. Yeah, I mean, I think calls for the most part would work with most of the tickers out there. So we're trying to find a nice entry here, you know. Okay, we got our entry. Would be nice to get a small scalp on this one here, but I'm definitely looking to add more throughout the day. Mm-mm-mm. So I'm just waiting for it to see if it's gonna touch the top of these candles, which was the pre-market high. If it does, I'll be looking to add more here, a couple of more contracts. My size here is two contracts, keeping size very small, so small wins, but small losses too. Hopefully, once the account starts growing up again, then, we can take some more serious size here. All right, so we're right at it here. So I'm gonna place a buy order right here. Mm, there you go. Nice. We got to stop. All right. So four contracts. I'm happy with that for now. So I'm gonna let it do its thing, and I'm gonna go back to monitoring the charts. Of course, the VIX is gonna go back up and retest this support here. It is what it is. So let's see what's up with Tesla. Jay is getting into Tesla. So let's see if we can. There's an opportunity here. Looks like Tesla is giving back a lot because Tesla. No reason. So I would say a good entry for Tesla is if it holds the 50 MA. This would be a nice entry here for it. Let's see what Apple is doing. Apple beasting. Apple really beasting here. Once it broke the 200 MA, it just, uh, you know, Amazon giving back a little bit. It's weird here that we're seeing some stocks really running and some stocks really giving back gains. It's pretty damn interesting. Netflix looking very strong, mimicking Apple here really. Google almost green, right? Recovered a lot of its what it lost pre-market. This is very good. Microsoft green here. Let's see what else. Banks, look at banks. Banks all up almost 2%. Banks looking very, very strong. They already had their earnings. It's kind of almost safe. Uh, Jay is saying nothing good. Yeah, it's Tesla. Has a mind of its own. It does its own thing. You can't really count on it to go one way or the other. Anywho, all right. So we still got our four contracts here, and we're just gonna wait here, let the market do its thing. We're getting a little bit of a pullback here. Hopefully we start seeing a bull flag forming and we don't see complete deterioration of this, or we're gonna go back to the same volatility that we've been having all morning. Hopefully this is the direction the market wants to go to today. Things are looking good. We're above the 200 MA, we're above the 21 MA, above the 50 MA. These are good signs. We broke the PM highs again, a good sign. So hopefully we see a continuation of this. Hopefully this is just a bull flag forming. We're gonna get another run. Hopefully it's one of those 2 to 3% days. Fingers crossed, of course. We'll see. You never know with this market. Things do turn on a dime for no reason, apparently. But Q just turned green. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Tech really does seem to be kind of recovering from what happened to it yesterday, which is always a very good sign. Uh, how's Spy doing? Spy just tested the 200 MA and rejected, and at the same time, it just crossed over this trend line here. This is gonna be a major point for the market, guys. If Spy is able to cross the 200 MA and stay above this trend line here, two very, very, very major points. This is going to be extremely good for us. This is going to be a very bullish day if we're able to maintain these two things. So fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed. Hopefully we do get there. Okay, our four contracts are up quite a bit here. Up $70. So I'm gonna place. Nah, I'm gonna do it here. Uh, yeah, sell. So hopefully we get a nice little bounce. Nope. Okay. It's basically just a trim, 2 contracts out of the 4. So we didn't get a fill. Maybe we'll try again. We'll see. There you go. There you go. Come on, baby. Give me a fill. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. You know you want to. You know you want to. It's such a tease, like it's just like it touches your fill and it doesn't fill. Of course, you guys are welcome to, like, if you're in the same situation, to move down your stops. It doesn't have to fill to the exact cent here. I'm gonna take my own advice here and do this. There you go. So we filled on that one. That was always good. We still have 2 contracts. We're up so far $420. So I'm just gonna not get greedy and place a stop loss here. And if it gets filled, it gets filled. I'm pretty happy with my winnings so far. Uh, but yeah, we'll see. Nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. We're catching some very nice moves today, guys. Let's hope it keeps going up more. you know. But in all cases, we kind of secured our profit here with the stop loss, right? And we got filled. We're $850. So we made back quite a bit of the money that we lost for no good reason, right? We're up today $430, which is pretty damn good. We basically, that's 100% gain, right? Because if you subtract the profit from the equity we have here, 855, it almost gives you like 400 and something dollars. So we're almost up 100% on the futures account, just doing a few scalps. Like I said, futures can be extremely profitable with very low risk. So for example, and I'm just giving you a small example, what you can do here is, you can withdraw $355 and just keep $500 in your account and work with this, right? Just work with this, and your $355. I think like if you're able to get $355 every day profit, I think that will be like, that could give you some very nice side income. Or for a lot of people, especially if you're not living in the States, this will give you, like in Egypt here, this will give you a very, very good life if you're living off $355. $355 is the average monthly salary here in Egypt. So for this is the thing, like how you can play it. So yeah. All right, so let's see here. Angelique says, okay, I am out. No futures for me. See you soon. Okay, Angelique, goodbye. So, futures, SPY obviously going up. This is looking very bullish for us, guys, here. Also could present another entry point for us, possibly, if we hold the 200 MA, right? If we hold this level here, then, we can get maybe for 2 contracts, hopefully, because again, I want to see this trend line hold, and I want to see the 200 MA hold. So I do expect that we'll go back for a bounce. Let's just have a quick look here at the VIX. Okay, so while we see that the SPY is possibly bull flagging, VIX is possibly bear flagging here, nothing concrete so far, right? But yeah. So we're up decently on our SPY. I mean, not overall, but for the day. We're up almost $70. Made back quite a bit of the loss that we had since yesterday. That's good. That account is almost back to 2,000. That's always very nice. So hopefully we get a continued move. Will I be averaging down this? Possibly. I'm not a fan of averaging down, but if we do see the SPY holding 200 MA, then yeah, then I can see this as a possibility. I could be averaging down here. It'd be pretty damn interesting. Maybe the SPY would just like run up like yesterday, just keep going up. We'll see. Again, we already have SPY called, so in either case, win-win. As long as we're maintaining this area, I'm pretty damn happy and pretty damn bullish. VIX down 1.5%. That's very good. AMD Still stuck in the range. That's fine by me. So it tested the lower end, bounced. I'm okay with that. I don't mind. Tesla, almost green again, but for the most part, like it's not doing anything. It's just consolidating in this area here. I would not recommend getting into this. It will probably be a violent move up or down soon because Tesla. But I don't mess with Tesla. You guys know that, so I'm just gonna stay clear of it. Apple here doing very well, right? Doing very well. Looks like it's trying to form a bear flag here. Yeah, bull flag here. Sorry. Netflix, of course, as always, very strong, up 2% on the day. Probably the biggest small cap that's up outside of the banks, right? GitLab still down. JP Morgan up a lot. All banks are up almost 2% and holding. Retailers here rebounding nicely. That's always nice. AMC, wow, AMC $6. Damn. Anyway, let's see what else we have here. All right, so Uber, Airbnb, who, JNRC, not interested. DocuSign, nope. Sava, no. Adobe, Costco, Accenture. I'm not seeing anything here. Rumble, okay. So Rumble, this is the the YouTube killer, I think, right? The Donald Trump's YouTube killer, right? And that one's doing well. It's up almost 5%. Must have had some news. I don't think so. I don't think this is new. I think it just bottomed out. Like I think it just died off and bottomed out, and this is a technical bounce here, but quite a technical bounce. Let's see average. Yeah, look at this. Like this is very low volume, so as just a technical bounce. Looks like a lot of people are not in it. Snap recovering back a little, nothing major here. Still down a lot. Yeah, I think it recovered what from 32 to 30. Yeah, nothing here. Uh, AGFY, Verizon. Okay, Verizon starting to double bottom. Look at this double bottom here formation. So Verizon might be good for a bounce play, right? I would say this bottom here, right here, needs to hold, and my neck top here. So we see a breakthrough of this that will confirm the double bottom. So we'd have this here, right? So break 35.9 and we can see it going up, probably testing the 50 MA at least. So that could be a nice quick scalp if someone is interested. Let me go back here and see. Wow, Tesla, like I said, breakthrough in one direction, and it did. Looks like Tesla is running. I don't know. Jay, did you get in Tesla? If you did, I think you were considering Tesla calls. If you did, congratulations, man. You must have got some good money out of it. Let's see here. AMD starting to recover a little bit. That's nice. Hopefully it goes green soon. Wow, SPY up. Wow, look at that. Just juggernaut. These are some big green Shrek deck candles. It's amazing. Wow. Futures probably following the same rate. So I think I'll probably be done for futures for now. I'm up 100%. I don't want to be giving back money. Probably gonna call it a day here for the futures, and probably see if we can get into more, options here before we leave. So we made back quite a bit, on that SPY call. So we're down only $95 from 230. That's always very nice. Account is almost up back to the 2000 level, which is again very nice. So I'm still thinking whether I should average down or not. Probably not, probably not. I think it will probably, like, if it keeps doing this, it's gonna recover by the end of the day. But the only time I would reconsider averaging down if there was a good pullback. So if we get a good pullback here, I might probably average down on my calls. But yeah, I don't want to average down when it's already up. If it keeps going up, great, I win. If it goes back down, then I can average down. So in that case, would be like lower risk, higher reward, right? But if I average down now and it goes down, then I'm in for more money while it's going down, right? So always something to keep in mind when you're averaging down here. Okay, So let's see here. VIX still trying for that bear flag here. Let's see our fibs and what did I say. So say the start of the movement was here, and we can say this will be the end of the movement, I guess. Yeah, we can say this will be the end of the movement here. So our 23.6 fib is at 29.5, which we seem to have rejected right off it here. Let me just zoom in for you guys. So we rejected right off the 23.6 fib, and we're okay all the way up to 29.66 for a bear flag to keep forming. It breaks that, and we no longer have a bear flag. So just something to keep in mind. Let's see SPY here. SPY looking pretty damn strong here. SPY looking very, very strong. It's always good. Let's see if we have any upcoming resistance. Right, so we're above the trend line. We already know that. But let's see if we have some sort of resistance here. So we can see here that this has been a line. We seem to have broken past that too. Where else? Look at all this choppiness. Wow. That's just... Can we say here? Yeah, we can... 370.25. I wouldn't call it strong resistance, but it does seem like some sort of resistance here. I wouldn't hold my breath on that line. 1 touch point, 2 touch point, 3 you can say here. Maybe 4. We'll keep it on here for now. Just a line to keep our eye on. And I think a possible support could be here as well. 368.4. That could be another support here, right? So let's see if we get stuck in this area or not. Remember, again, guys, we are still in a channel and in a downward. We are in a downward channel and downward trend. Look at this here, higher, lower highs. Let me just use the brush here. Look at this, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. We could be going for another lower high here. Just keep that in mind. We still could be going for a lower high. We have lower highs, lower high, maybe lower high here, and we have lower low, lower low, lower low. So we could still be confirming the downward channel. It might not be time yet to go bullish and throw caution to the wind. I would still stay in scalping mode until we at least make an equal high, here. So an equal high will be a 372. I want to see a proper break of structure, because so far the bearish structure is still maintained, guys. Just please keep this in mind. Again, I'll say here, lower high here, high, lower high, lower high. We could be putting in a lower high here, lower low, and lower low. So far, every bearish indicator in the trend checklist has been ticked, right? So does this mean we'll keep going down? Not necessarily. Ideally, what I would like to see is this high getting taken out here, 372.5 or 372.6. We make an equal high here, or we take this out even better, then we're definitely bullish. But till then, I would be again, cautiously optimistic here, as I am with the SPY. I hope it keeps going up, and again, I am in calls, so here we finally broke the 2015 level. That's pretty damn great. We're actually making money on the day. That's nice. So this day is turning into a pretty profitable day so far for our little baby accounts here. So that's always good. Let's go back here to our charts. SPY. Yeah, it looks like SPY is going right up to the resistance line. The iffy resistance line that I drew, I'm not 100% sure on it. So but it does seem to be respecting it for now. So we'll see if this keeps happening here. And this has been like a pretty strong impulsive move here. We probably gonna need the RSI to reset, which is, again, like I said here, look at this, guys. This will be a higher this will be a high, lower high, lower high. This kind of seems like a perfect position in this area here to be putting a lower high, right? This seems like the perfect spot for it, right? So I'll keep an eye on this. If it breaks through, and fingers crossed it really does break through, then we can be seeing here some very nice, you know, like continuation of the bull run. It could be one of those like 3% days when we get, like a 1% slowdown and then another 1%. But between these lines, between the 370.25 and the 371.9, I am kind of worried a little bit. I don't want to be putting here a lower high. So I'm just gonna, if I had any calls, I would probably close them here, which I might probably honestly do. Just again keep profit even if I'm closing at a loss. That would be something, or at least keep a tight loss here, right, to make sure we don't lose whatever we gained. So our SPY calls are almost back to green, right? We're only down $17 on them now. That's a pretty substantial move, right? So again, that's always nice. Just gonna keep an eye on those here for now. And VIX again, like you guys have just seen SPY, and it's been making these crazy moves. We're not seeing the corresponding moves on VIX, right? We're not seeing like where are the bigger candles? Where's the huge impulsive move down for VIX if we're getting all this bullish momentum for the SPY, right? If anything, we're getting some green candles here. That means people are starting to buy puts, probably because they're expecting a small drop. It's nothing. I mean, I wouldn't freak out or anything, but I'm just saying we're not seeing the corresponding move. So maybe it's not the best time to go into calls immediately. But this is just me being careful. Jay saying, Starbucks earnings is in 2 weeks. When would you get in? Now, if it's in 2 weeks, you want to be buying now before the IV starts shooting up. But you do run into the risk of Starbucks moving with the market, right? So let's say, for example, you're bullish on Starbucks and it reports in 2 weeks, and Starbucks moves with the market. And it will probably, let's assume it's going to 100% beat the earnings. But you buy calls now, is it just going to keep dying with the market if the market keeps dying, right? So this is a risk you run into. So you either, run into the issue of the option getting affected by the market trends, or you avoid IV. I would avoid IV. Screw IV. I would just buy now, honestly, whatever your expectations might be. I wouldn't wait till next week where IV is gonna shoot up really high. Honestly, however, like you get affected by the market, probably your premiums will rise on IV alone. I saw some guys in Discord wondering about that when we were holding Tesla, I think. Tesla, their calls were going up when Tesla was going down. That was because IV was shooting up, and it just increases the premium with it. So, not of course to a huge degree, but still it does kind of help. So just something to keep in mind. So I would definitely get in now. I wouldn't really wait. You never know what's gonna happen. All right, so AMD almost green there, almost green right on 200 MA. That's nice. Uh, let's see here. Tesla green, consolidating a little bit. Netflix pretty damn green here, almost 3%. Look at this extremely strong move. Gotta love Netflix, man. Gotta love Netflix. Again, me personally, I am going to be safe with this one. Ideally, I want to see a break of 278.14, which is the 200 MA. So that's still $3 away from where we are right now. So I want to see a breakthrough to 200 MA and hold. Then I would get again here the 270 move all the way up to the gap fill at 330 is basically a 60-point move. That is a huge, enormous move, right? So I'm not gonna rush on this one. I'm just gonna wait for the perfect opportunity to get in. We already had good earnings. We have some analyst upgrades. Those are gonna help us. No need to rush. AMD pulling back. That was to be expected, of course. Probably the whole market will be pulling back for a little bit here. We've been going up a lot very quickly. Let's see here. Yeah, SPY is pulling back. That's to be expected. There you go. Okay, well, at least looks like we got the, this resistance line right. So always feels very good when you get your supports and resistance right. So yeah, we have those right here. We might be forming a bull flag here. This is what we have to see. Again, this is the preferred movement. You don't want to see impulsive, impulsive, impulsive. You want to see impulsive move, consolidation, impulsive move, consolidation, right? So this will be the ideal. Consolidation phases is the ideal area for entry. Of course, the risk is that, you know, they break down and fail. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on it and watch. But of course, for now, the very obvious trends here is, you know, this is bullish. So we're just gonna watch here. Again, if you guys want to know where the flag fails, I would start here from the bottom of the impulsive move, which is right here. Take my fibs all the way up to the top of the move here, and so perfect bull flag will be on the 2366 236 fib, which is at 369. And but we can give it room all the way down to 368, which is the 38 fib here, right? So just a few key points or a few key zones to keep in mind here. Right, so I will be ending the stream, guys, in 2 minutes. So if anyone has any question or anything they would like to know, please feel free to let me know now. And also, guys, please like the video, if possible, even share it. Anything you guys can do really does help a lot. We're just, you know, we're trying to grow this little community of ours here. So thank you for everyone that liked the video. Thank you for everyone who joined me here today. It really does mean a lot to me. And yeah, I'm not seeing any questions here, so I'm probably just gonna jump into Discord here, and we'll be trading. If you guys are not in the Discord, links in the description. It's loads of fun, and I'll see you guys in Discord then. Cheers.